Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. What is going on? What is going on? Hey, I don't know what is going on with the stream and all. I can't edit the title, so it's gonna be what it is. It says Sarah's whatnot. It's not about Sarah. I don't know. It says Sarah's this and that. Hey, it is what it is right now. And you know I don't like saying that phrase, it is what it is, but I gotta accept I can't do anything about this. So I got the chat up. Hopefully you guys can chat in the chat. This is the weekend shift where we slow everything down and we talk about what is going on in the strat. Let's see here. Man, I'm trying to get the chat going here. The chat is up. Hopefully you guys can talk. Let me see here. Live chat. Do it. Do that live chat. Do that live chat. Do it. Do it. Man, I tell you what, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be good because that's what we do here. Only good things. It won't let me comment in the chat. Still working on that. This week was a crazy week, wasn't it? It was a crazy week in the fact that the month was 2 down. 2 down on the month. Are you kidding? 2 down on the month. I talk about it every time. When we see that 2 down on the month, we are looking for sellers. We are looking for sellers to come in. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. They took that bad news about. They took that bad news last week on the 24th, and then they said, "Yep, got it. I understand." And then they started buying it up on Friday. On August 25th, on the 29th, the 28th, boom, they come in. They come in rolling, all right, to the highs, 2-2 reversal, back up in force on the 25th, on the 28th. We're going to look at some charts in just a minute. If you can talk in the chat, please talk. If you can get in the chat, get in the chat. Can anybody see me? Oh man, I used to have some tech support on the weekend shift, and I don't have that anymore. So it's just me. It's just me right now, and I have no idea if you guys can chat. If you can't, if you are in the chat, throw some messages in there. Ah, there we go. See you, hear you fine. Thank you so much. Hermit, Trout. Good morning. All right, someone can see me, and if he's the only one in here, that's fine, because I'm gonna give you everything I got. Full steam ahead, all the energy. There they are. Now we're popping in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh man, Mecanocrat. Good morning, you two. Good morning. Oh yeah. Hey, it's Freaky Trout. All right, good. Freaky Trout is in the house. Heck yeah. Hey, put some more out there. Share this a little bit more. I need my weekend shift crew out here. I need you guys out here, and thank you so much for finding me over here. I really didn't know how to share and all that stuff and get this thing going. Like I said, I had tech support on the other side. I don't have it this time. So, but it's working. And we go work with it, all right? It's working, we're going to work with it. Oh, hold on a minute. Mic check audio, that should be a lot better. Oh, yeah. Let's try it again. Got that going. All right, this is the Weekend Shift, episode 1, over at Stat Trades. Episode 1. Very interesting. Right now, I just want to say thank you so much for Stat Trades for giving me a place to do the Weekend Shift. Thank you so much. Bringing the strat to everybody. This is where we slow the strat down. We look at what happened through the week, and we come up with plans, trading plans for next week. All right, we only trade stuff that's in our trading plan. Ryan, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here. Again, this is where we slow the strat down. All right, I take your questions, I answer them as best I can based on the strat, and we go from there. In the chat, I don't have very many rules in the chat. So in the chat, if you have a question for me, put your question mark before the question. That way I can see it. All right. And then number 2, you guys know the strat. There's stratters in here, and there's people in here that know what they're doing. Okay, so you guys can talk to each other. It's not just about me. It's not, you know, I gotta make sure I get my answer from him, the strat soldier and strat soldier only. It's not about that. It's about all of us working together. So I want you guys to talk to each other, have some fun, and we're gonna do what we normally do. So this is September 1st. We needed to do a end of August show, but it's the beginning of September show. So I'll be going over the basics of the strat. We'll be looking at the strat scenarios, some of the reversals, and what I'm talking about. So when you're watching these episodes, the month of the sequence of the month is going to go the beginning of the strat. Excuse me, the beginning of the month, looking at the basics of the strat for the beginners, and then looking for actionable signals for the month. All right, and then the second episode of the week of the month is going to be, you know, updates on those signals. All right, and what's happening in the market, and then we're rolling now. All right, so then I'm not going over the basics anymore. We're talking about, you know, we're talking about reversals. We're talking about where we're getting in, where we're getting out, what we're looking at. All right, episode number 3. We'll try to get you know, of the month. We'll try to get a guest on. Hopefully, we can get some guests on. A lot of people have been camera shy. And then updates on what we're looking at for the month. And then the final episode of the month will be the final, hey, this is what happened. This is what we were looking for. All right? Did you trade it? And that's okay. You don't have to trade every signal that we come up with here on the show. Anybody who's seen the weekend shift or been a part of it with me, you know for a fact we call out a lot of stuff, all right? Unless you have a crap ton of capital, you're not going to be able to take all these signals. But if you can capture 1 or 2, all right? Or you know, my loadout is 5. I like to have 5 winning positions and work those suckers, all right? And keep pushing my stops up till I get stopped out with profit. And hopefully not doing anything dumb in the middle of all that. So by the end of the month, you know, I can say, hey, I took these 5 trades, or I worked these tickers for the month, and they worked out well. You know, that's what I want. And that's what I want for you. All right. So that's going to be the sequence of events for the weekend shift. Good morning. How many people in the chat so far? Right now I got 3. I got 3, and I'll take them. It's not letting me put anything in the chat right now. It makes me want to. It says create a channel to join the chat. I had to create a channel to join to start the stream. So why do I gotta? Oh man, whatever. We are gonna do a 5 in the chat. Hey, I take 5. I'll take 5. I love that. Hey, if I want 10, I gotta have 5 first. This is the very first episode. Again, really didn't know how to share and promote and all that stuff, so I am just happy to be here. And thank you guys for being here. So let's get to some charts. We'll be able to answer. Of course, you can. Everybody in the chat, you can ask your questions, and we'll see what. It'll be good. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show, no matter what. All right, let's get to the charts. Oh man, where's my charts? Oh no, where's my charts? Oh, don't you do that. Do it right. Whoa, you trying to make me look silly, YouTube. Don't you do that to me. All right, we got it fixed. I love it. Not only do we don't just trade the strat, we live this stuff. And daggone it, I will turn this show off. I keep my stops tight. If it's starting to get stupid, I will cut it off. No, this is what we got. So when I trade, hey, what's going on? John Prop made it. He made it in here. Awesome. So glad you're here. I kind of like this setup here because this is what I do for my weekend shift bonus vids. So that's awesome. I might not even have to record a bonus vid if it's going to be in this format. So that's good. When I trade, I have all 4 charts up like this. All 4 charts. This shows me I got the monthly, the daily, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. Okay, that just shows me time frame continuity. I want to know who's in control, the buyers or the sellers. All right, Marlon B is in the house. What's going on? Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you found me. I am glad you found me because I didn't know how to tell you guys. Hey, come over here. So you found me. Good. So this shows me time frame continuity. All right, time frame continuity is about the color, not the scenario. It's about the color. And right now it's inside month. It's first day of the month. All right, first day. I know. First day of the month. Today's actually September 2nd, but first day of the month was trading was yesterday. Inside month in red. And we had but it's 2 up on the week. Scenario 3 on the day, and here's your 60s for yesterday. Not a lot of awesome action to the downside or the upside. All right, kind of it traded sideways right here from 11:30 Eastern Standard Time on. Okay, just trading sideways, not the best action. Okay, it was kind of it went outside month. Excuse me, it went outside day. Scenario 3 on the day. I'll talk about the Strat scenarios in just a second. But it went scenario 3 on the day, came all the way down to 450, 31, and then just kind of sat, and then just kind of just dribbled around a little, dabbled in there for a while. Low volume, everybody going on vacation and things like that. We have a Labor Day weekend, so Monday the market is closed. But just based on time frame continuity here, just based on the color of the charts, it's red on the month, green on the week, okay, red on the day. And then, for these few hours, red. Okay, so I'm looking for sellers. I'm looking for anything taking out yesterday's lows. I'm looking for anything taking out Thursday's lows. Thursday's lows. I'm looking for things that are puking. All right, puking. Tesla, Nvidia, puking. Yes, if you could afford the options on Nvidia, it was puking to the lows. We're gonna go look at that. Puking. All right, and to the lows. But hey, I got chopped up trying to short Meta in this area here just because low volume. Okay, I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. I'm still in Apple though. I'm still in Apple and XOM, and AMD was awesome Friday. AMD was awesome. So this is SPY. So again, time frame continuity. I'm looking at the color of the charts. I preferably want full time frame continuity. I want green on the month, green on the weeks, green on the days, green on the 60s. That means they're buying it now. They're buying it this month. They've been buying it all week, and they're buying it right now. All right, and they're buying it today. All right, here's your days. All right, that right here from July 27th, trending down. All right, you can see that trending down. We're not going to go through a whole bunch of. This is about the Strat, and with the Strat, we don't use a whole bunch of lines and trend lines and everything like that. But if you need help, I really need help trying to see these trend lines. See these trends. I need. You could draw a trend line, simple trend line. We're gonna make these lines a little thinner. I want you guys to be able to see them on your screen at home. Again, so you guys know, this is a family show, all right? This is a family show, so I know some people got me on their big screens at home. Ain't gonna be no wordy dirds. You don't have to worry about me, saying a bunch of, crazy jokes or, nothing that's gonna be embarrassing the whole family. Unless you got one of them really serious stocks, friends, and they're sitting there and they're like, well, he's not talking about the volume capitulation of the, deviation of the divergence rate. We're not, we don't talk about that. We talk about the Strat. So, I can't guarantee anything for them. But if you need help, I need to know what's going on with the trend. I need a reminder. You can draw a simple trend line. Yes, this is a reminder that the price is moving down. All right. And the same thing for the other side. If you just need a visual, some people just need a visual. Again, with this trend line, with most trend lines, people are looking for the breakout to the downside. They're looking for the reversal. With this trend line, what I'm showing is just a reminder that the trend is going up. The trend is going up. Okay? Say you were trading in here. You had this nasty scenario 3. And I'm going to go through the scenarios just real quick in just a minute. But you had this really big, nasty scenario 3 on August 24th. And then hammer on the 25th. All right? You could draw a simple trend line going, okay, if these bars don't exist, but if the price continues to move, it's trending up. All right? It's going to go, we're looking for this thing to go up. And that's what it did. All right? So, and then same thing up in here, you know, if you just need a simple trend line to go, yes, the trend is going up. With most technical analysis, they're like, okay, well, the trend is going, you know, we're waiting for this thing to break out to the downside. That's not what I'm showing here. What I'm showing is just a simple reminder of what the trend is doing. Trend line. We trade in the direction of the most twos. And going with that, let's go ahead and just go, because I need to go through Dow Jones and QQQ. But before I do that, let's go through the strat scenarios. All right, this is TrendSpider, and in TrendSpider, it's 65% off right now in TrendSpider. Oh my goodness, go check out the link I got on Twitter. We'll put a link out there. I'll put the link out there soon. If you don't see it, 65% on any of their charting software plans right now. 65%. Labor Day sale. All right, I need an arrow. I need an arrow. Give me an arrow. Bam. All right. Hey, what's up, Bill? Bill found me too. Bill is in the house. What is going on? What is going on? All right. So in the strat, we believe there are only 3 ways anything could trade. Only 3. All right. Scenario 1. A scenario 1 only is a candle. All right. That does not take out either side of the previous range. All right. It does not take out either side of the previous range. This right here. Scenario 1. This is as big as I can make my arrow, so hopefully you can see it at home. This is a scenario 1. All right, doesn't take out either side of this bar, this candle, and we do count the shadows. All right, some people call these wicks, but we count the shadows. All right, why? Because the price traded there, and it came right back down. Someone got stopped out right there at 452, 452.90. Somebody got stopped out right there. All right, scenario 1. Right here, we always compare it to the candle immediately to the left, adjacent to the candle, you know, the current candle. Scenario 1. All right. Scenario 2 takes out only one side of the previous range, either the lows or the highs. If it takes out the low, it's a 2 down. If it takes out the top, it's a 2 up. All right. Here's a good example right here. 2 down. Now I got the strat labels on for the kids in the back so you guys can see what's going on. Because I know you kids in the back, y'all throwing spitballs, you know, you're joking around, you're waiting for the good stuff. I know, you're waiting, you know, this is just, this is the basics. You ain't got time for this. 2 down, 2 up, all right? 2 down, scenario 2 down. Yes, this is green. Yes, this is green. We're talking about color in just a second. 2 down, 2 up, scenario 2 up. Takes out the highs, all right? And then, with the color, I want you to know that the color matters. The color matters. I don't care what anybody says, the color matters because it shows you the aggression of the participation groups. Are they buying or are they selling? Green means buy, red means sell. Yes, this is a 2 down because it took out the lows of this previous range, 2 down, but it is green. All right, that means the candle opened up at 443 and then started moving up. All right, buyers in here, they're buying. The price is going up. All right, I want to know that. You'll see. So you'll see people with. I like TrendSpider because they do the strat labels correctly. Give me a second here. I'm going to try and find a 2 up that is red. Right here. Right here. Here's a 2 up that is red. All right. Ooh, this is even better one. Ooh, this is a nice one right here. This one I'm talking about right here. 2 up, red. Strat Soldier, it's a 2 up, it's red. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna work this thing. 2-2 reversal up. Okay. All right, but it's red. All right, the price is trading down. The sellers they're selling the crap out of this. All right, actually it went up, it came down. This is a mess. This is a nasty candle right here. Some news came out, something like right here on July 7th. I didn't go back and look at some news and go check out what happened on July 7th because this came up and then right back down. The sellers are in control. They're selling this. All right. 2-2 reversal back up. It doesn't matter about the color. I'm at 440. It's going to the highs. Is it? No, it's not. It's going to the lows. All right, so the color matters. Again, I was going to say about TrendSpider, they do the labels correctly. Some people are out here, they're coding the strat labels, and what they're doing is they're saying if it's a 2 down, they're going to color it red. If it's 2 up, they're going to color it green. No matter what, that's not correct. That's not correct. If you have all your charts all purple or all like yellow or all, the only person, there's only one guy that he knows who he is. There's only one guy I let him do. I don't say I let him, but he does his charts yellow. Go ahead. You know what you're doing. He's been doing it for a while. He can have yellow charts. But what I'm saying is, for you new stratters, you have all your colors, all the bars the same color. You can't tell if the price is going up or down. You can't. All right. You need to be able to see at a glance what is going on. All right. Hit that. Hey, Marlon B says hit that like button. Heck yeah, hit that like button. So at scenario 3. All right. Let's continue on with the scenarios. Scenario 3 right here. Bam. Scenario 3. This is the most important one out of all of them because they took out the highs and they took out the lows of this previous range. All right. Some people in technical analysis, they call this an engulfing bar, but it took out the highs and the lows. All right. That means they bought it up and sold it down. On the smaller time frame, this is a broadening formation. I want to know what's going on with this. All right, on a smaller time frame. Okay. All right. And then along with that, we know this is a fractal triangle. What do I mean by fractal triangle? All right, broadening formation, triangle. Right, fractal meaning if you take a snowflake and then you blow it up, you got your snowflake, the size of the snowflake, and you look at it. Oh, that's pretty cool, and all the shapes and things like that. But if you zoom in on that snowflake, zoom in, and look at the tiny little particles of that snowflake, it'll be the same shape as the entire snowflake. Well, there you go. You know what I mean? So these reversals look the same. These strat scenarios look the same on the macro charts yearly, quarterly, monthly, as they do on intraday charts, 60-minute, 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute. If you are on the 5-minute charts, you better be good at what you're doing. I tell you that right now. You better be good at what you're doing. You new stratters need to be staying on them 30s and 60s. 30s and 60s. Here, right here, this nastiness right here. 2 scenario 3s right here. Everybody's got a trading plan until they get punched in the face with a scenario 3. All right? That means they bought them up, they sold them down. Very next day, they bought it up, they sold it down. All right? Took out these highs. All right? It's going to be good. All right, woo! We got out of this mess. We're good. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. To the lows. Once it takes out this side of the, it's already taken out the highs. Once it takes out this side of scenario 3, to the lows. All right. All right. You can see a 3-1-2 reversal up and then continuing to the lows. This was bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Fatality.
Wow. Wow. And you have to be able to, so we combine these scenarios to gauge the trend. All right, we combine these scenarios to find reversals and then participate in those reversals for potential profit in a direction, in a trend. All right. Hopefully we catch this trend way up in here at the top of the broadening formation and we can work it all the way down. All right. Some of these days are a little messy right here. Beautiful. This is what you want to see. 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. And then at the bottom of the broadening formation, here we go. Reversing back to the upside. 2-2 reversal back up. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Whoa, some news right here, some nastiness right here. But again, resuming the trend back to the upside. All right? All right. So those are the strat scenarios. That's how I'm going to be talking about the strat. And then when I'm talking about reversals, I want to look at this right here. This is a hammer. This is a hammer. Anywhere you see this, I'm going to trade this. Right here. Hammer. Like, no, Strat Soldier, that's a hanging man. That's way up there. That's a hanging man. No, that's a hammer. In the strat, that is a hammer. Anytime I see that candle formation, I know where to enter. I know where to put my exits. I'm going to work that thing, all right? So we had a hammer in force on August 25th. We come in on the 28th, goes in force, and then the rest of the week to the highs, all right? Now, I can see how that could be a little difficult because we did not have full time frame continuity. All right, we did not have full time frame continuity. By the time it got up into 444, about right here, we finally got a 2 up on the, once we got up in here, we got a 2 up on, a 212 reversal up on the week. If you watched my show last week, you know, or my bonus video last week, you know where I was calling the shooter out. I was like, okay, we got a shooter on the week. We're looking for some more downside. That's not what happened. All right, that's how the scenarios. Yes, we have our actionable signals. There's only 3 actionable signals: hammers, shooters, inside bars. All right. So when I saw that shooter, we're expecting the price to go to the lows. All right. But I also know that's an inside bar. So when it started taking out the highs, okay, buyers are more aggressive. They're more aggressive and they're taking over the price. It was 2 down on the month. All right. You would have to have known the trend on the days, the reversal on the weekly, the trend on the days, and then what's going on the 60s to really take advantage of this. All right. Dow Jones, same thing. They all did pretty much the same thing. I got some stuff marked on here. I'll show you that. More of these fractal triangles. All right. But we should probably redraw that daily. But this is your broad information on the daily chart. On the weekly, right here, 2-2 reversal back up. Dow Jones. Currently, you've seen how August was kind of not that great. And then, let me get rid of this. And then right now, currently, everything is inside month. We want to see if we get back up above 357, or are they going to go below 340.98. That's what we want to see. All right, what are we going to do this month? What are we doing in September? Are we going to the highs? Or are we going to the lows? Next week's more than likely going to open up inside week, and it's a short week next week. All right, QQQ. I love saying it. QQQ, they hate you, but the QQQ has been doing all right. All right, let me take care. I'm going to show you a little bit more of that. But to keep it simple, for the stratters out here, we do have a hammer on the month. So what I want to see is, are we going to get above QQQ, getting above, getting above 383.56. That's what we want to see. Now, looking at your weeks, it's going to open up inside week, more than likely. Inside week at 377. Are we going to continue to go to the highs? All right? Are we? All right. Now, it's not at all-time highs yet. The all-time highs for QQQ, right back to the highs, is at 406.15. It's getting close. For all the terrible rate hikes, for all the terrible news on downgrading our credit, United States credit from, was it AA plus to only AAA? Oh my gosh, that was big news. But for all the stuff that's going on out there, the market's going back to the highs. All right, we want to see what's going on in September. If you're in TrendSpider, what you can do is go to this. Let's go to SPY. And then let's go to the seasonality. Now, I necessarily don't look at this in the Strat, but for the last 3 years, all right, let's take it for the last 3 years, and this is a tool that we have in TrendSpider. We might as well use it. Just more evidence that we can use to create winning positions, right? Right, okay? So, you know, January, February, these were good. I concur. This was good. July was good. July went back to the highs. August was better than expected. All right, September. All right, September and August. What are we going to do here? All right, is August going to be good, or is August just going to crap out? All right. Now you can see in October, all the institutional buyers come back to work. They're off vacation. Time to start making our money. All right. I didn't really take a break in August. I wanted to, but I kept seeing positions moving to the highs, you know, in ways I can create winning positions. So I worked August. But August to September, from now on, I might be taking these months off just because it's just a mess out there. It's a messy price action, low volume, but hey, like I said, things have been moving to the highs, and I want to take advantage of that stuff. What's going on? JP is in the house. I'm glad you found me. E, good morning. I'm glad you found me. Thank you so much, E. I'm glad you found me. Any questions about anything right now? Anything? My weekend shift crew, you guys got any questions? Again, looking at seasonality, October, November, December. Let's see what they do here, all right? October, they come in, they make their money, and then November, they work some more, and then December, they sell it all off, all right? Sell it all off. Take that profit. Take that profit. If you got any questions, throw them in the chat. If you're new to the strat, put a 1 in the chat. All right? Put a 1 in the chat. Everybody can see you. This is, and not necessarily everybody can see you, but so that I can talk in such a way where you can understand what I am talking about. All right, so we're looking for anything to up on, or hammer on the month, but is it going to go in force? All right, that's what we want to see. Let's go to SPY, hammer on the month, looking tasty. Yes, it looks like it could be good. Going through the sectors real quick. And then we'll take some chart requests, and we'll look at AMD and Apple real quick, and look at some price action from last week, and I'll take some chart requests. Looking at utilities, back to down on to the lows. This is a defensive name, all right? So it's trading sideways, all right? You can see these 60s, you can see the dailies trading sideways, all right? I see some stratters in here, so but if you're brand new to the strat and you don't know what I'm talking about, let's look at the weekly chart. We look at the broadening formation, all right? We don't necessarily look for, we're not breakout traders, all right? So we're not looking at wedges and all these other things, all right? I like this line. What is this line? This must be a line from the monthly chart. So I'm going to get rid of that right now. All right, so what we're doing in the strat and what we're doing with the broadening formation is we're trying to take advantage. We are taking advantage of these reversals that we're seeing in the broadening formation. Take it to the highs, reverse it to the lows. We know they're going to test the highs, test the lows. We want to take advantage of this. All right. Most technical analysis will say that the broadening formation is a bad pattern to trade, because technical analysis wants this thing to break out above the broadening formation before they buy. You know, and they're saying all the potential profit is way in here. You know what I mean? And this thing broadens. All right. So they say this is not a good broadening formation is not a good pattern to trade. So in the strat, all we did was acknowledge that yes, all the moves are happening within the broadening formation. I want to take advantage of that. I want to see where they're testing the highs, testing the lows, testing the highs, testing the lows. All right. And then I also want to see if this thing is trading sideways. If this thing's dead in the middle of the broadening formation, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. If it's trading sideways, I don't want to mess with it. All right? Don't want to mess with it. So utilities, this is a defensive name. There's not a lot of people trading these things. This is usually where the institutional buyers will hide their money. All right? But they're not really doing that. XRT retail, a lot of stuff on the charts here. Marking out these scenario 3s I can trade off of. All right, XRT retail. All right, is right now opening inside month. Not really a hammer. What are we going to do in retail? All right. No actionable. Yes, we do have an actionable signal for the week next week. Inside bar on the week for next week. It's got to get above $64.81. All right. So I'm going to go to retail watch list, and we're going to look at anything that's inside week. Anything the same thing as XRT. All right. The main ETF. We want to see if it travels above this. All right. Reverses above this, 212 reversal up above $64.81. The magnitude's only $65, but we have a potential pivot machine gun right here. And you know they love that pivot machine gun over at Stat Trades. They love that, all right? So we want to see how it gets through here. Is it going to go all the way back up to 67, all right? We want to see that. XLK, tech. XLK with tech. Let's see here. Looking at the broadening formation, no actionable signals for next week. We do have a hammer on the month. And this thing's already at the top of the broadening formation on the month. All right, just a little bit more. 181.11, 180.65 is all-time highs for XLK. So we'll see what they do. All right, we will see what they do. You're going to look for stocks that are, not actually at all-time highs just yet, so you can continue to work them to the highs. XLK, Tech. Tech and QQQ charts are going to look pretty much the same. XLE with energies. I'll show you what's going on with these blue lines. You're like, what the heck are all these blue lines? I'll show you. I'll show you right now. All right, looking at the, let's redraw this broadening formation on XLE on the week. Right here. That's your broadening formation. That's a line from the month. Recent highs, recent lows. Maybe here. I'll go here. There's a little bit more room here I could probably draw it off of, but I want to be able to work this thing. So I want to see if it's going to reverse back down or is it going to continue the highs. Looking at the month, it is still looking at the month, it is still 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. And we open up XLE on the month, 2 up on the month. All right, this thing is all-time highs at $94.97, 73 cents. All right. Yep. Is there more? Is there more back there? All right, not all-time highs. All-time highs is like is 101.93. All right. There's some more. I can go to a yearly chart to check that out. But there's some more room on this on XLE. Okay, good. We got some more room to go. So we want to see, are we going to reverse down on the week on this? Or are we going to continue to the highs? XLE, what they like to do is they like to pump it up and then they like to dump it really quick. The news really affects XLE. I'll draw the broadening formation on the daily chart like that. On the 60s, you'll see we got this island that we're sitting in right now. We had a gap up on XLE. Are we gonna stay up there? Are we gonna continue the highs? Or are we gonna take their profits and start moving it back down? What's going on? Stat Trading is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. The show is rolling. No actionable signals for next week on XLE. But if you created a winning position on Friday or anytime during all of this, you could still be in that. Okay. IBB with biotech, you guys always knew that I was going with Labu. Ooh, I wanted to talk about these blue lines. So these blue lines, what I'm doing with these lines is I'm marking out, here's my broadening formation. Here's my broadening formation. And what I'm doing is marking out these fractal triangles, all right? These scenario threes on the chart. I want to know where they're at, all right? I want to know if we're going into a broadening formation on a smaller time frame, all right? You can turn on, instead of drawing spider webs and drawing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, let me get some lines on here. Instead of drawing hundreds and hundreds of broadening formations and it looks like spider webs, you don't need to do that. You do not need to do that. What you need to do, what you can do, is just mark out, okay, here's the scenario 3 right here, all right? Here's a fractal triangle that we could be getting in. Are we going to get through this? Are we going to trade the highs or trade the lows? All right, this is on the weekly chart. All right, and then you can even take it even further. All right, I don't see any scenario threes here, but here's a fractal triangle right here. What you want to do is you want to draw the broadening formation and then look across. Look across. Where's the fractal triangles at? All right, horizontal lines are not effective for support and resistance because they do not allow for time. All right, the broadening formation allows for time. With these, right, but what you can do with these fractal triangles is mark out where they are. Okay, here's one here. All right, there's one here. And then there's another one here. All right, what these do become are levels of reclaim. Levels of reclaim. All right, I want to know, are we going back through? Is the price coming back through these scenario threes? These fractal triangles, are they coming back? You know, we want to retrace. Are they coming back through to the upside or are they coming back down? We want to see that. All right, so you don't need to draw a bunch of, and if you have too many lines, start getting rid of the lines. You know what I mean? Let's just say, but to make it clear, all the price was stuck in this scenario 3 right here. For all right here. It's moving back through this, reclaiming back through this. All right? Take out the lows, take out the highs. All right? Getting back into this scenario 3 here. All right? I can say with confidence it's moving back through here. All right? Moves up, comes back down, comes back into this try. You're like, oh, hold on a minute. What are we doing? Oh, okay, there it is. All right, we're good. We're good. It's getting back through these levels of reclaim. All right? So, and then what they do is you got your broadening formation and they just give you a path to trade inside that broadening formation, okay? All right? And you don't necessarily need to mark the top and the bottom, but you definitely want to know if you're going into a try. All right, fractal triangle. You want to know if you're going into that, all right? So the price starts trying to reclaim this one right here, finally gets in here, starts getting into this one. They reclaim both of them, back to the highs. Boom, shoots all the way back up. All right, pretty cool. Hope so. Will this show be posted later today? Yes, and in the future, yes. Then they will be on YouTube, and they'll be easier for people to see and watch and all that stuff. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, XLE. All right, XLE. So that's what I'm doing with the blue lines. So and I know those were white, but those blue lines show me what's going on in the broadening formation. Kind of give you a path. All right, kind of make it a little bit more clear on what's going on with the price, as opposed to, yep, it's just here's the top of the broadening formation, and where are we going now? You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to do that. What I want to do is go, okay, we're at the top of the broadening formation here. Here's this old fractal triangle on the week. Are we coming back down here? All right, are we gonna retrace back through this one? Because it hit the top of this broadening formation here. Let me blow it up again. Hit the top of this broadening formation. All right, is it going to come back down, or is it going to keep going up? That's what we want to know. All right. So yes, we do have our broadening formation, but we're using these levels of reclaim to go, okay, if this goes up, oh, here it's coming back down and into this try here. All right, here it goes. All right. Hopefully it makes it a little bit more clear for you to see. All right. If it doesn't, don't use it. Don't use it. All right. IBB. So that's going on with all these lines. You see all these lines. I got them marked just to see where we're going on with the price. Where are we going? If we take out this, where are we going next? All right. IBB with the biotechs. Here's your broadening formation, kind of trading sideways. Not really going to highs, not really going to lows. You can see that. That's also reflected here on the month. Just trading sideways. All right. Healthcare has been getting wrecked. Healthcare getting wrecked. All right. And clean up all these charts. Healthcare getting wrecked. Here's your weekly charts. Here's your month. Trading sideways on the month. It opens up inside month, and we have a shooter on the month inside bar. If it gets below, if it starts trading below 132.04, get ready. All right, 128.93. All right, 128.93. If the SPY goes red and starts trading down because seasonality, low volume moves, people not really trading so much. All right, XLV going to the lows. All right, and then you want to look at Johnny John. You want to look at Merck. You want to look at Pfizer and all these other things. Anything in healthcare, look at it to go to the lows. All right, and if you listen to my podcast in force, I talking about you want to know what the price is actually doing. Acknowledge what the price is actually doing. All right, XLP with consumer staples. I still got this up on the week. Still trading sideways on the week. Still trading sideways. Man. All right. All of it. I'm trying to see. I'm sorry. All of it stuck in this scenario 3 right here. All right. That's why I like marking these levels of reclaim. All right. All of it stuck in here. All right. That's the highs, that's the lows. Here's our broadening formation. But honestly, it's just trading sideways. I don't really want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, man, wrong button. All right, so let's go to AMD, because I talked about AMD. And then we'll go through a couple chart requests real quick. Oh, messy charts. Back to the highs, AMD. If you did not trade AMD, that's okay. Why? Because it was inside week. AMD was inside week. All right. I don't like trading things that are stuck inside. I don't like trading things that are inside on the week, inside of the day, or inside on the 60s. All right. Inside on the week. Now, it was awesome yesterday. All right. They're awesome on Friday to the highs. It opens up inside month. Is it going to 118 or is it going to go to $99? All right. What's this thing doing? All right. Again, looking at this fractal triangle on the month. All right. Right here. Here's your scenario 3. Is it going to the highs or is it going to the lows? Stuck in this scenario 3. Hopefully that is very clear for you. All right. All right, but it's stuck in that fractal triangle. What's it going to do? All right. We're going to the highs or we going to the lows? Right now, inside week, it could go either way. I would like for this thing, it's a lot closer going to the upside. I'd like this thing to go above 110, and then here's your pivot machine gun all the way up to 121, all right? That would be awesome. That would trigger a 2 up on the month, and then moving back up to possibly 131. That would be great. So we're gonna watch, I'll be watching AMD. AMD in TrendSpider, okay, I got a weekly actionable signal. I can go up into this one right here, this icon. It used to be a star, now it looks like a watch list. It looks like a list. I can scroll down and where's my weekly? Where's my weekly? Usual suspects. Oh, there it is. Weekly signals, bam. Weekly signals, it's in there, all right? It's that easy, it's that easy. So AMD, looking at that for next week. Next week's going to be a short week, so we'll see what they do. And then Tesla to the lows. We talked about Tesla to the lows. All right. I was drawing all kind of mess on here. But Tesla, look at that, on the 60s. 2-2 reversal, back up. Actually, that's a scenario 3, back down, all the way to the lows. All right. And it went and forced below 258, all right, to the lows all day long, all right. 2-2 reversal back down on the daily chart, all right. You can see that right here. Awesome, awesome trading, all right. So that was really good. We currently have a shooter right here, a shooter on the, doesn't want me to touch that arrow. Currently a shooter on Tesla for the week. All right, is it going to continue to the lows? Is it going to continue to the lows? But we do have a hammer on the month. So you got a lot of conflicting actionable signals here. Hammer on the month, shooter on the week. You know, are we going to get a 2-2 continuation down on the daily charts? What are we going to do here? You know, but if it starts trading below 235, 35, it's going to the lows. And the magnitude of that thing is 221. If it starts trading up, starts trading above 264.72, all right, the magnitude of that thing is $300, all right. So it could be a temporary secondary trend, a temporary short trend, and then right back to the highs. We want to watch that. We want to watch that. That was AMD. Oh, Apple. I need to talk about Apple real quick, and I'll go through so any of your chart requests. AAPL. Apple to the highs, all kind of stuff, retracing back through all of these. All right, all of these, let me see here. All right, scenario, what's this one? All this stuff on the charts, all right, right here. Retraces back through this broadening formation right here, this scenario 3, this fractal triangle, came back up in here, hammer, enforced, 2-2 reversal back up, worked all the way back up to 185. Got out of this fractal triangle, continued to move up, all right? Not necessarily, didn't fill the gap, fills the gap at 190.81. It started working into the gap. This next fractal triangle right here, this one right here, it starts that, once it gets up into 192.55, it's up in this fractal triangle here, all right? The top of that one's 197. All right, 197, back to all-time highs. So hopefully, this is a daily chart. Hopefully you can see how I'm using these levels of reclaim. Levels of reclaim. Rob didn't talk so much about these. Yes, it's being, hey, Bien's here. How you doing? How you doing, Bien? Yes, it is being recorded. It is being recorded. So, I like looking at these levels of reclaim within the broadening formation because I can see, okay, here's a level we want to, I got actionable signals, I got time frame continuity. If we don't, you know, if it starts moving back through this, we're going to take out these highs over here. All right. And it did. All right. And continued moving up, continued. All right. And it's fighting its way back up to this old level, this level right here, 192.55. All right. We want to see that. Now, if it starts trading down, all right, they start taking profits next week, 184. All right, and it's going to be back into this old fractal triangle here, way back here. All right. Neo, okay, all right. He said, Marlon said, yeah, we know. We traded that. We saw that. Where are we going? Okay, we're gonna look at Neo. A lot of stuff on the charts here. Let me clean it up so you got a visual. of what's happening in the price in Apple, and we'll go to NEO. Apple to the highs, 2-2 continuation up. It was gunning for 196, but the week ended. All right, it opened up inside month, and here's a fractal triangle on the month again. I'm looking at. All right, I want this thing to stay above 179. 179. If it stays above 179, all right, we're good. Well, if it starts trading below here, it's going to get stuck in this one way back here. It's going to get stuck again, all right? But we'll trade it, all right? So, inside month, I call that a hammer. Once it gets above 196, it's back to all-time highs. All right, NEO. Marlon said, NEO, get to the freaking show, man. NEO, hammer on the week. Inside month, though. Ooh, people love trading NEO. People love trading NEO. All right, it's easy, it's cheap. Looking at the broadening formation on this thing, you got a hammer on the week. All right, I'll give you that. All right, but my goodness, I don't know. It could do it. You could make some money here. Okay, all right. It opened up way down here. This thing's closer to taking out the lows, really. Honestly, it's a lot closer to going all the way back down to $6. But you got a hammer on the week. You got my attention, Marlon. You got my attention. It goes in force above $11.35, and the magnitude of that sucker is going to be $12.55. Are we going to get all the way back in here? All right. Are we going to get through here? I don't see any obvious snare on 3. I don't see any obvious ones. Looking across the broadening formation, you could draw your broadening formation on the week like this. Bam. All right. And then, like I said, looking across, right now I don't see any scenario 3s. I could go down to the dailies, but we're not going to do all that right now. Again, they're just levels of reclaim. Are we getting into an old level, and are we gonna take it out? That's what that is about. But for the weekly chart, I'll blow it up real big. If you want to take take your phone out, take a picture of that. That's what we're looking for next week. All right. It goes in force above, that hammer goes in force above $11.35, and the magnitude's $12. All right. Depending on how you trade that, whether that's with options or with common shares, you can get in that sucker and make some money. All right. I like to trade common shares. Meta. I want to look at Meta. I got chopped up in Meta. I was really surprised that I got chopped up because it went outside. It went outside day. Sarah, you heard Sarah talking about the price action in the afternoon would be crappy. I didn't see that message because I wasn't in the Discord. Get in the Discord with Alex, with Sarah, with Gunny B, with all the people over the Stat crew, and because they're still, even though there's not a stream on Friday, they're still in there doing the thing. All right, so this thing went outside day on Friday. All right, I'm like, all right, this thing's outside day, shooter in force. Let's get this thing down to 293. That's what I want. All right, but let's blow up these 60s. All right, I took a 2-2 reversal back down on the 30s. All right, 2-2 reversal back down right in here, 295, and then it came right back up. And then, it's in force again. So I bought the call. 2-2 reversal back up on the 30. No problem. I'll work on that. Hey, it's not the same. I'll point out the problems here in a second. 2-2 reversal back down. All right, good. All right. And then started coming right back up. 2-2 reversal back up on the 30. I'm out. All right. And then I did not get in it. I did not get in it again. But I did start to see, okay, this thing is completely trading sideways. All right, the market was trading sideways as well. But I mean, if you zoom those 60s out, look at all that trading sideways, and I should have recognized that a lot sooner. And honestly, I shouldn't have went long on this, even though it did go 2-2 in 2-2 reversal back up in here, and then came right back down. But it did go to 297.21. All right, but my mistake was that the 60 was not the same color as the daily chart. Remember, I always say that all the time. You want to trade things. You want your 60s and your dailies to be the same color. All right. I was looking at all 4 time frames, but I got caught off guard on that. And hey, that's my bad. I knew what to do. I knew the strat told me to get in. And I knew when the strat told me, hey, this is not working, get out. All right. So yes, yesterday was a loss for me. It's fine. I'm still in Apple. I'm still in XOM. What did XOM do? Give me another chart. Give me another chart request in there. Come on, somebody put another chart in there. Come on, we got a long weekend. You guys want to go to the lake. You guys want to do all kind of stuff. That's Neo. What happened in XOM? XOM, it did gap up. It started reclaiming through all the 2-2 reversal. It's old. These are old. All right, but it did finally go 2-2 reversal back up. Here's your days. All right, that was awesome. I got in common shares here. It started working all the way back up in here. All right, that was great. I did have a fractal triangle in here that I marked. Where is that at? Anyway, I don't have it on here right now, and I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time looking for it. But I did have a fractal triangle in here that it completely reclaimed back up to 113. All right, back up to 113. So I'm trying to find it. Anyway, back to the highs. XOM did great. All right, it did gap up. All right, Walmart, MPC, and Walmart. MPC, same thing in energies, MPC, but I am in some winning positions, which is great. It just sucked I got chopped up in Meta. I tell you guys the truth because I'm a trader just like you guys, all right? I'm a trader just like you guys. I want to create those winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. That's what I want to do. All right, MPC looking nasty. Look at these daily charts. Everything else in XLE going to the highs. MPC on the daily, sideways, all right? That's reconfirmed over here on the week. You got a Momo hammer on the week. You got a Momo hammer on the week. Inside on the month, but the only problem with this is that this is at all-time highs, exhaustion risk, all right? So this thing's jammed with buyers. We're not necessarily afraid of exhaustion risk. We are not afraid of it. We just want to know it's there, all right? If that Momo hammer goes into force, it will hit magnitude at 149.70. So if you're in that thing and you're like, hey, I got in way down here, you know what I mean? I'm okay with holding through this. That's okay. Go ahead, all right? You had a nice gap up on Friday, all right? And just we do not hold losing positions, okay? We do not hold losing positions. That's even harder when you start talking about options, all right? We do not hold losing positions. It's a lot easier to do with common shares, but you can put those hard stops in there. If I need to get out, I can get out, all right? But talk to Alex Options, talk to Sarah about how to trade them options, all right? Buy some time. Buy some time and don't let the price, go against you. But talk to them about that. Alex likes to trade. When he trades options, he does not get out unless the underlying stock tells him to get out. You know what I mean? The chart, all right, tells him to get out. So, Momo Hammer, NPC, back to the highs. I did see another one. Give me another one. Tesla, we already talked about Tesla. We already talked about that one. We'll do it one more time. Walmart, Wally World. We call it Wally World where I'm from. All right, trying to get through this here. This greater outside bar here, trying to get back to the highs. I'll talk about, that's right, John, mixed signals on Tesla. Trying to get through all of this. I can see this one clearly. So this fractal triangle here, trying to get out of this scenario 3, trying to stay out of that, all right? Trying to stay out of that on the daily chart. Now it's working through this one here. Is it going to continue back up through that? No actionable signals on Walmart, all right? That is not a hammer. That's definitely going to open up inside, and then are we going to start moving back through here, all right? We get back into this fractal triangle here at 161.16. All right, it's going to start working in through this, all right? Uh-oh, Sarah's in the house. What is going on? All right, let's go to, it's a live show. It's Tesla. We'll go to Tesla one more time. Tesla in the house. What I did say on Tesla, we got mixed signals on Tesla. Mixed signals, all right? Mixed signals. I got a hammer on the month. That goes in force above 264. I got a shooter on the week. that goes in force below 235.35. Come on now, what are we going to do? Are we going to buy this or are we going to sell this? Make a decision. All right. If this thing goes in force below 235.35, the magnitude is going to be 221.88. 221.88. All right. You could see Friday was amazing. There was a lot of people out there on Twitter talking about, yes, they caught this. That's awesome. 2-2 reversal back down on the daily chart. That was good here. 2-2 reversal back down. All right. I don't need an indicator to tell me this thing is going to the lows. And your 60s and your dailies were the same color. All right. Again, I want to emphasize, you don't need full time frame continuity to trade the Strat. But what you do want is you want your 60s and the daily to be the same color, because the 60s tell you what's happening right now. The dailies are telling you what's happening today. All right. There's a lot of talk about trading 4-hour bars and all this, that's fine. All right, but you definitely want to keep an eye on the 60. If you got your 4-hour bar up here, I like to trade the 4-hour reversal. Okay, cool. You still want to gauge what's happening. You still want to see what's happening here on the 60s. Have your 4-hour up here. Have your 4-hour up here, and then look. But then watch these 60s. All right, are they continually selling it down? All right, that way you know what's happening. That way you know. All right, 4-hour bar is really huge. Will playlist be on? Yes, this will be on. Yes, this will be on the GameStop. Come on now. All right, come on. GameStop's not a. Yes, with this. Let me finish answering that question. Yes, this will be on YouTube. You can watch it later. GameStop, this is not an investment. If you still got diamond hands, try to hold on to this thing, I suggest you get rid of it. This is not an investment. GameStop, all right, all this price action on the month stuck in this thing right here, all right, thank you, apes, all right. But if you are working on this thing and you like to trade GameStop because it is $18, we had a possible pivot machine gun back through all of this sometime. Through all of this, you can work that. All right. On let's turn this back to the daily charts. All right. The Strat works on all time frames. All right. So if you caught some of this 2-2 reversal back up here at $16 and you worked it all the way back up in here, up to $18.62, that's good. Work it. Work it. I'll show them AMC. Work it. Do your thing. But right now, no actionable signals on GameStop. And you can see it's just dribbling down to the lows. All right. All right. It does have earnings next week. All right. Don't you do that. Marlon B says the price is going to bounce. Don't you get me fired up on this show. Over at Stat Trades, they like to look at, other things about price action and all that stuff, and that's fine. I teach the Strat, the whole Strat, and nothing but the Strat. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm saying it to everybody right now, price does not bounce. Price cannot bounce. All right. It's impossible. All right. Price does not have mass. It doesn't have volume. It doesn't have velocity. All right. Now, you want to talk about momentum and you want to talk about the rate of change based on this price, based on that price and time. And when you talk about the change of that, we could talk about momentum that way. That's fine. I'll do that. We can argue that all day long. But as far as bouncing, it hit the VWAP and then it bounced. Don't give me that. Don't give me that crap. What you want to do is we are looking for prices. We're gauging participants by price and time. So when you're saying bounce, you're not really in the right mindset. All right. What you want to say is, okay, the buyers we're looking for the buyers to become more aggressive here. All right. Okay. Now it's coming off the bottom of the broadening formation here on the daily chart. The buyers are in control. That's more effective. All right. That's a lot more effective than it bounced. All right. No, buyers became more aggressive here above $16.99. Go ahead and buy that sucker. We're looking to take out this guy. All right. Took out the first target. We want to take out the second target at $18.65. That's That's a lot more effective than looking for a bounce. We want to look for aggression of participation groups. Who is in control? The buyers or the sellers? Right on this last week, buyers were more aggressive. All right, you can work that. Woo! Get me fired up. Don't do that. Get me fired up. Someone said something about AMC. We'll look at AMC. We got to wrap this show up. But I want to say thank you so much for everybody being here. This was awesome. Thank you, Strat Trades, for the opportunity. AMC to the lows. Again, this is not an investment strategy right here. The AMC, this is amazing. They got this thing all the way up to $700.36. I remember when this happened. And to tell you a story, since we're talking about AMC and we're talking about things and over in Stat, I was in Rob's live room. And I remember typing in, hey, Rob, what's going on with AMC, the apes and all this stuff. This is back in 2021, and I'm in Rob's live room. Yes, I was paying for his room, all right? And I was in there, and I'm like, hey, Rob, what are we doing? I don't want to trade this thing. It keeps gapping up in the pre-market. It keeps gapping up. I don't want to trade this. This is a mess. There's no actionable signals that just keep. Am I a wuss for not trading AMC? And Rob was like, no, you're not a wuss at all. This is not for everybody. This is a group of people that are forcing this price up, and they end up daggone bankrupting a hedge fund that had to get. Of course, they get bailed out because they're too big to fail. It'll ruin the entire market institute. All this other mess. But when this stuff was happening, it was kind of hard to ignore. It really was hard to ignore. But then you can see finally. Diamond hands, give me a break. Give me them. You keep holding forever. Diamond hands. Okay. Oh, it comes back up. See, I told you, diamond hands back up to 529. Okay, where's your profit taking at? That's where the strat comes in and says, where are you taking your profits? Where are you taking your profits? Diamond hands. All right. Where are you taking your profits? Diamond hands. All right. Oh, we got a pop. It's back up to 335, 353. It's going back to the highs. Nope. Dribbling all the way back down. All right, the guy who started this whole movement, which was genius, but the guy who started this movement made like $11 million twice, and he didn't take profits. So don't give me that diamond hands crap. All right, he didn't take profits on any of this. All right, it's kind of sad. It really is. It really is. But they, to make this happen was amazing, and then you don't take profits because you're, because of an ideology, an idea. An idea. All right. That's awesome. Hey, no problem. Lincoln had a good time laughing. That's awesome. Oh, man. Sarah says, I'm going to get to you and say your company name right now. Oh, yeah. Stat Trading. Oh, my gosh. Stat Trading. Love it. Stat Trading. Come on over. Go see Sarah. Go see Alex. There's a lot of other people in there too, doing some great things. Any other? I'll take one more chart request. Any more? I'll take one more chart request. Let's go look at the yearly chart on AMC just because it's easier to see that stuff. Look at that. AMC on the year. All right. Oof, 312 reversal back down. 312. Ugh, gross. EOG. Someone said EOG. That is also in energies. All right. So what you want to do? We will look at EOG, but we're going to look at energies because we talked about that inside bar on the week. Oh, energies. XOM has an. No, that was AMD. All right. That was AMD. All right. So XLE. All right, here's all your stocks and energies. All right, EOG. All right, we got some old stuff on the charts here. We can see it was all consolidating, trading sideways on the daily charts here. We'll get rid of that. But honestly, I was talking about those levels of reclaim again. It was all stuck in this scenario 3. Right here. All right, trading sideways in this scenario 3. That's why I want to know about that stuff in the broadening formation. All right, trading sideways and all that. You could have worked it, but now hammer goes in force, goes back into the try. All right, so now we want to see if we're going to take out these. You know what I mean? And then we're going to take out the high of that at 135. That's what we want to see. Currently inside week. Currently inside week. I like it. I like where your mind's going here. It goes and force above 131.91, 131.91. The magnitude on these, it's going to blow through all these immediately. All right. Looking at the daily chart, looking at the monthly chart, it is inside month, and then EOG is at all-time highs. All right. It will be at all-time highs at 140 or 151.81, 151.81. All right. So you can see how, we want to get back through this. All right. So 135.92, that's what we want to see. EOG, again, actionable signal on the week. We like that. So let's go ahead and take that and put that over to the weekly. It's already on the weekly watch list. I already got it there. Good. Let's see. I will put out hammers on the month. There's a lot of hammers on the month, a lot of them. And I like to go through that stuff here. So we got a lot of hammers on the month for September. We want to see how that stuff goes. We got a couple actionable signals for the week. For next week, we want to watch. It's a long weekend. We got some stuff in here we want to look at for next week. Some of these need to be cleaned up, but definitely AMD, inside week, EOG, inside week, and we want to see how these monthlies play out. All right. I need to clean this up. This is a lot of old stuff in here. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'll show you how to do that. Edit your watch list. Take all this, clear it out. Bam. All right. And then you could put EOG, comma, AMD. What was another one? Where was that one? EOG, AMD. I think it's. I'm looking at it here. I don't think there was one more. There was another one. I can't remember right now, but you want to start clean, all right? Always get that old stuff out of there, clean it up. That's how you do it in TrendSpider, all right? That's how we do it in TrendSpider. Thank you so much for being here. This was awesome. I went over time just a little bit because I want to give you guys just a little more. Very first show. It took a while for everybody to wake up. Wake up. 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Saturdays. We go from cartoons to candles. We went from cartoons to candles. You know what I'm talking about. Waking up really early, watch Ninja Turtles and Transformers and all that stuff early in the morning on Saturday. Now we're watching the weekend stuff, looking at those candles. Let's make some money, all right? And then go to Strat Trading, and go check out Sarah. Go check out Alex Options. They will get you in the right plays. All right, learn what buys and sells look like, and I'll be in there periodically just to hang out with you guys as well. They go a short watch list for the week, and they concentrate on that list for the week, which is good, which is really good. They will call out stuff that's happening right now. They'll call those audibles, but for the most part, they're not calling out the entire market all at once. Bien, thank you so much for being here. Trout, JP, Jasmine, Jesse, thank you so much. Everybody out here, Taylor, thank you so much for being here. Marlon B, E, thank you. So JP, I'm glad you guys found me. I said Marlon like 3 times now. Ryan, thank you for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. This is the very first episode of the Weekend Shift here, and there are going to be a lot more. Thank you so much. Get to a point. Go journal. What did you do good? What did you do? You could have done a little better. And then go check that stuff out. All right. Not check that stuff out. Go write that stuff down. All right. Write it down. Go through some charts for next week. But then get to a point where you close your laptop. All right. I always say all the time, I don't just trade the strat on the charts. I trade it in real life. All right. So I don't want you to get triangled out on your relationships. All right. Those are the most important things out there for you. Don't get triangled out. Sometimes you're inside bar on something. You just gotta make that phone call. You gotta make that visit. You just get that reversal to the highs. All right. But like I said, live your life, all right? We're not so much about all the charts all the time. Get to a point, you can close your laptop, turn off your phone, enjoy your life, all right? The market will be closed on Monday. Go check out Strat Trading. There'll be a link in the bio if I get that thing edited. Check out. There's a link in there. There's a link in there. Get you a little discount on joining Strat Trading. All right. I'll put that link in there. The Strat Soldier link in there. I'll put that so you can get that, so you can join. It's a good Discord. It's a good. They're good. They trade the whole Strat, and they look at all other stuff too. All right, they look at other things. So if you do trade technical analysis, you're looking for double bottoms, double tops. You use that stuff. You're looking at indicators, SMAs, and things like that. They can work with you on that as well. All right, and I think I can say it here. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. Go check that out as well if you are looking for a little bit more of me. This is the Strat Soldier. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Sarah, for showing up. Thank you so much for everybody being here. It was fun. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Peace.